wanna be down with the king.
It's the Sports Kings.
Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, Work Done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy, already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the king.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Hour number 2 of the Sports Kings on a Wednesday.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is?
Know what day it is.
Guess what day it is?
You already know. Hump Day, baby. Getting you over the hump with the Sports Kings right here on the Sports Kings podcast. I am Big Mike alongside Rob Calloway. We're being heard via Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com. Write it down. Take a picture. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The Kings are back. If you've been looking for us, or even if you haven't, if it's your first time hearing this thing that we do, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sports Kings Live. Catch us on the email. Make sure you guys send us plenty of emails at sportskingslive@gmail.com. That email, is also good for if you or anyone you know would like to sponsor the show or any segment of the show. Feel free, email us, and we'll make that happen for you. We left off last hour in the world of the NFL. Had just two quick little blurbs to mention. We talked about it last week that the NFL was going to announce the hiring of its first official or real, I don't want to call it real, its first full-time female official. And that announcement was made. So now the NFL does have one female official. I can't seem to find the article where her name appears. I think her name was Sarah Thomas, if I'm not mistaken. That sounds about right. Sarah Thomas. We'll go with that.
That's it. Sarah Thomas. Yeah. That's it.
Oh,
yeah, good for her.
Look at me. Good for me.
And good for her. But you know what's gonna be. But you know what's gonna be next, right? And
what?
This the thing that kind of rubs me raw sometimes. Okay, now you have Sarah Thomas,
rubs you raw.
who is but then they'll hire like Shaquana Jackson to get hired like next year, and it'll be like the NFL has just hired the first black female referee.
Why does that rub you raw? Why?
I'm just saying, because it's like, okay, so did I hire her because she's black? Or is the fact that she's a female and she's ref? Like they'll find another way to celebrate this, man. Like the next person, it'd be like Maria Lopez, and they'd be like, she is the first Hispanic female referee that,
like that whole commentary. It surprisingly got progressively more racist as you continue to talk. As you started with Shaquana and ended with Maria Lopez. All right, I'm just pointing that out. Man. I just want to go ahead and point that part out.
I'm just saying that if you don't have your favorite ethnic name.
I do. Yeah. Manuel.
Yeah, you have your favorite name.
Yeah. Manuel. That's my go-to. Manuel. Yeah, I like to call him Manny for short.
So they'll find a way. Just like this kid that just found his way onto an NBA court. He's the first NBA player of Indian descent.
But wait. He didn't just find his way on the NBA. You got to tell the whole story if you're going to tell it. That dude is 7'5", 360 effing pounds. That's an adult. That's no one's kid. You understand what I'm saying? What? Oh, yes. Oh, but I can't wait to see him and Mamadou Njai go at it.
Oh, my God.
Mamadou. Can't wait for Mamadou to get there, boy. Yeah, Mamadou definitely can't be one and done. He's probably going to be 4 and done. He got to stay a long time. He got to learn the game, dude.
He got to take it the long way. Yeah, he got to do that.
If you're wondering who Mamadou Njai is, use the Google machine. Use that. It'll tell you everything you need to know about Mamadou Njai. Don't ask me to spell it. And our favorite guy, Mr. IGBTW himself, that stands for It's Good to Be White, Rob Gronkowski. Yes.
I heard.
There's a book. I don't even understand.
You want something like the first page to be like, duh.
Dude, I'm all about this whole situation because he's one of those people who understands. Like I said, he is white in America, and he is the happiest person in the world to be classified that way. He's doing whatever he wants to. Good for him. Because if I was, I would too. No doubt about it. No doubt in my mind. I'd be going as buck wild as this dude until I couldn't anymore. Because eventually, it's going to happen. You know, he's going to get caught with, you know, some blow or something ridiculous is going to happen. And it's going to all come burning and crashing down. It's just, it's the way of the world. It's how things happen. I don't wish it on him.
But go get caught with blow.
Something of that nature. Yeah, something's going to happen where it's like, yep, you kind of saw it leading down this path. And,
like it'd be like peaks of him like snorting cocaine off a stripper's chest
or something, some sort of you know prostitution type thing, or you know one of those type deals that people turn their nose up at. Whatever.
Well, long as he pay him, it probably won't be no problem. Wink, wink.
Well,
as long as he pay him, ain't no problem.
Well, that would still be a problem because I didn't get to see Greg Anthony this March Madness. One of my favorite analysts. Didn't get to see him because he decided to pay for a little cooch.
But it was the cop. He propositioned the cop.
Well, still, he was gonna pay her. He wasn't gonna stiff her. You know what I mean? He wasn't gonna start beating up her and her daughter. Wasn't that thing with Warren Sapp? It was like a daughter and a mom team.
What was that?
With Warren Sapp, it was like a daughter and a mom team, right?
Wait a minute. I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, it was two brides. I think it was like a daughter and a mom or something. Yeah, Warren was going to get like super duper freaky. In the trenches. His favorite
Warren.
term. Yeah, so that's going to do it as far as, you know, my stuff for the NFL. Not a whole lot of stuff. The schedule's going to come out in like 2 weeks, I think. They're going to release the NFL schedule for next year.
There's been a Johnny football sighting.
Oh,
did you see it?
Did I forget about that? Oh, and what did I tell you? Who did I tell you about this damn rehab he was in? It was one of those. The first thing I thought about when he was like, yeah, he was out playing golf with his dad. No doubt. No doubt. He was definitely not at John Lucas's house. He was somewhere else getting his rehab on. That's what happened. Like Tyrann Mathieu went to John Lucas's house. It took him 2 weeks. It took Johnny football 2 months at the resort. Because that's what it was. Him and his dad, like, you know what? I'm going to take a break from rehab and go play some golf. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you know, in them places, they just teach you how to be rich. You know, they're like, man, you don't have to use cocaine. Like, you have all of this stuff at your disposal. Yeah. Like, don't you know?
Like
don't you know you can do this with your money, or you can do this with your money? Like, why do cocaine?
Yeah,
you're rich.
Pictures of Paris Hilton up on the wall. Pictures of Lindsay Lohan.
You definitely don't want to be like her.
That broad has calmed down though a lot though. That broad, you don't hear nothing about that broad no more. Like ever since that whole like that stuff with her and the by the way, like I have like her sex tape, quality stuff. Yeah, quality stuff there. Quality stuff. You're witnessing talent right there, dude. It wasn't like the Kardashian situation. Like Paris Hilton got talent. And that's when I initially began to have some sort of respect for her. If I'm just
but I just didn't like I didn't like how they just had it dark with the little camera light on. Like that's what.
Yeah, that's cinematic, dude. Come on, man, step your game up. That's like cinematic. Like
so that's like that. What was that like? What was that scary movie that they did like that? The Blair Witch.
Yeah, whatever.
That was like the Blair Witch Project. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, I'm good. Plus, I wasn't looking at it. I wasn't trying to experience like Martin Scorsese doing the tape. I'm talking about her and her skill set. You know, she moved herself from the beginning of the second round to possibly a lottery in that situation. Yeah. She had a strong pro day.
She upgraded her draft.
Oh yeah, her pro day was outstanding. She didn't miss a pass at all. All right, enough of that foolishness. Talking about Paris 10 years ago, but yeah, she's calmed down a lot. You don't hear nothing about her. Moving on, the world of the NBA. Yesterday, I wanted to actually mention this yesterday because it kind of it's something that's going to definitely affect things here on the home front as far as the Atlanta Hawks go. They now have two front runners as far as their the sale of the organization goes. The group that was headed up by Grant Hill has, dropped out of the negotiations. They're looking to have a final bid in by Friday. In that bid, they're looking to get somewhere between $900 million and $1 billion to a team that Forbes values at currently $825 million, which would rank the Atlanta Hawks 22nd in the NFL as far as team worth. The two groups that are left are a group led by the Grizzlies minority owner, Steve Kaplan, who is joined by Indonesian billionaire Eric Thohir and Handy Purnomo, and former Grizzlies CEO Jason Levine, and Braves great Hank Aaron. Shout out to Hank Aaron. The other group is led by Lionsgate Entertainment Mark Rachesky, who is joined by New York investment banker Steve Starker and Jesse Itzler, who has done consulting work for the Hawks and attends many games, and he's also associated with the group. So by the end of this week, we should know who the new owner of the Hawks should be. But then there's another process they have to go through. The owners have to vote on it, and what they're looking at. Oh, they got to be vetted as well. The NBA has to vet them and make sure they got the actual loot to put up for the team. And then by June or so is what the final date looks to be as far as the team officially being sold and under new management. Good for them.
Because we know what the Rick that Alex Murillo thing was, where they had pretty much given the dude the keys to the car, and they hadn't even verified that the dude had all the assets he needed.
Oh, the pizza dude. That's who that was? Was that the pizza dude?
Alex Murillo. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the dude that owns all the pizza places out in L.A. or whatever. Okay. I totally forgotten about that. As a matter of fact, that totally. I wouldn't even. That wasn't even on my radar. In other news, the Hawks find themselves in the national media today. Two players in particular, Pero Teach and Thabo Sefolosha. They were both arrested in New York following an incident in which Pacers player Chris Copeland and his wife were stabbed by a man. Like, people still stabbing people, and reportedly with a switchblade at that. Like, it ain't funny because the kid needs to have surgery and all that. He might be out for the season. So it's not funny, but it's just weird that this dude didn't even know them and it's like decided, like, you know what, that dude, I'm going to stab him. You might be wondering how Pero and Thabo got themselves into trouble. From my understanding, Thabo, if I can find the article, I can tell you exactly what they're being charged with here. Here it is. Pero and Teach, they were arrested at the scene for trying to prevent police from setting up a crime scene outside. So they got some like obstruction of justice type situations, or obstructing a crime scene, or whatever the actual terminology is. Nothing big, nothing that's going to cause for. They're probably going to have to pay a fine or something like that and go about their way. So Hawks fans, don't panic. Don't panic. Oh, well, I'm not going to say don't panic yet, because per TMZ, they reported that it looked like Thabo Sefolosha, who just recently came back off injury, was limping while they were escorting him away. He was limping a little bit, so that may be something to watch out for, or it may be nothing. But just know that that's what we're here to do, and make sure you get all the pertinent information. And I think that as far as the Hawks go and their playoff chances and their playoff aspirations go, Thabo Sefolosha limping is something to take note of.
But what the hell were they doing, like, not allowing the police to tape off the area? Like, what the hell was that about?
I don't know. I mean, if you want to kind of put a guess on it, there may have been alcohol involved, or, how sometimes police decide they want to say something to a dude, and, as a grown man, you feel like you got to say something back, and then it turns into something else, and you end up in handcuffs. So I could see. I mean, it's 4:00 in the morning, so I'm sure. Well, I'm not sure, but I can only assume that they weren't, up in the club on some old "we're gonna both be the designated driver" type situation. They probably not having a good time.
They had just landed, obviously, because they played Phoenix last night, right?
Yeah.
And they were in New York by, I guess, midnight, 1 o'clock? Like, they weren't time to get to the club.
Yeah.
Like,
go hang out, do your thing while you're in New York. Yeah. So yeah, it's probably going to be a bunch to do about nothing, but it